Good morning and welcome to my Fortnightly Chat with Jeff. Good morning, Jeff.
Morning.
Today is, Thursday, the 1st of May. I can't believe it's the 1st of May.
Yes. Winter.
Winter's hit. I've got a jumper on. Okay, just having a quick recap. It's been a few weeks since we've spoken to you, I think longer than 2 weeks. Hope everyone had a good Easter and Anzac Day. We've had a really nice recovery in the All Lords. It's looking great, and it's nice that it's not big moves. It's nice and steady. Today, so far, we're seeing a little pullback, which is to be expected given this is a resistance support level. So doing everything it should do, no alarm, feeling quite comfortable. But it has been fun doing scans and seeing what comes up. So speaking of which, Jeff has done a scan. He went into patterns and events. Remind me again what you did.
Patterns and events, tri-point resistance, no filters, no nothing.
Okay.
And it did bring up a few, about 300 odd. So what I did was I just went through the charts, looked at the chart. If I liked the chart, I stopped. If I didn't, I just kept flicking through.
Perfect. Okay, which is great because sometimes you get a bit hung up on how many charts there are.
Yep, and don't get to see it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, exactly. All right, so I won't press scan because it will take me a while. So that's all we've ticked is tri-point resistance.
Yep.
Okay, so what were some of the good ones that you found?
4DS, it's a technology company. I like the fact that there's a big gap.
Yep.
Seems to be bottoming out over the last sort of 5 years. It's at a all-time, well, not all-time, but it's at the lower end.
Certainly at the low. If you look back here, you could almost draw a line. I would argue, I'd say it is the all-time low back here. So, yep. Nice.
And it's going sideways. I think a break of 3.5 or something like that would be a good sign.
Okay, let's draw a line across here. We'll keep an eye on this one. To be honest with you, I've been watching this as well. It's been a stock that it's always intrigued me. They do
It's probably some Teslas.
Teslas. Yeah, that's why they're going to recover.
Yeah.
Very good. Yes, that looks nice. Very good.
Okay, the next one was ARL.
ARL. Okay. Diversified. Oh, there's not many out there.
No, very tightly held.
Yep.
It just looks steady at the moment. I think a break of probably 45 now would look promising.
Yeah, 45. That's here. Oops. Yes, 45. Oops, hang on, I'm really mucking this up. There we go, it is 45. You could, or if you're more conservative, break a 48, either or. Looks pretty good. For some reason I've got RSI on my screen and that's ticking up, don't know what that means, and MACD, which looks like a crossover, so that's all pretty positive, I think. Yeah.
Okay, and the next one was DTR. This is a penny dreadful. You'd have to look at your trading plan as to whether you wanted to get into this one.
Oh, you know what? This is a woulda, coulda, shoulda. Should have been in at 5 cents at 05. Yeah, that's a good move. That looks great.
The only problem is there is a lot of them out there.
2.7.
But the other thing is the on-balance volume has been increasing steadily.
So. Yeah. That's that real Frank's pattern, step, step, step.
Yep.
It would be good to see it hold 1.2 with volume dropping, OBV stay steady for a while, and then you could have a break of 1.2, would look quite good. I'd like to know what these guys are up to, if they're going to, that's a really nice saucer looking, well, saucer-ish. Yeah, I like it. One to keep an eye on?
Yep. FDV is the next one.
Yep. Frank was talking about this as well.
Right. It's bottoming, going sideways, sort of a saucer, not really, but it's just a chart that I like the look of. On-balance volume is steady. Not very many out there.
No, what 4.33 million, so no, you're right. Break a 30 would look nice.
It would do, and I think you're pretty close to all-time lows as well on that one.
Yeah, see how good you are. Oh, I think you might be right. Yeah, look at that. Well, in the last 5 years anyway.
Yeah. Don't go back any further.
Yeah, no, and it's been to what? $1.80. Nice. Okay, yep.
All right, and the next one was MAN, a penny dreadful, another gold stock, probably because of the climate at the moment. But I'd like to see that go sideways a little bit first.
Yeah, I think if it can hang around between 1.9 and 2.1 for a while.
Yep.
There's a little tiny wee gap there. It has filled it and doing what things normally do, fill it and then retrace. It's very typical, and then it will go for a run. Yeah, if nothing else, you might get to 5 cents. You could potentially double your money, but yeah, it's not bad. That's a nice one to keep. We'll keep an eye on that one.
All right, and the next one was PAT.
Yeah, another little penny dreadful.
Yeah.
That's done the. Oh no, there's a gap over here at 7,778. So a bit of a target.
I think with this one, for me, if it closed above 7, I'd probably try getting in and seeing how it ran, but I'd have a very close stop on it.
Yeah, it has an issue with 7 cents, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad. Again, pretty tightly held. 126 million, not many out there at all.
Yep.
Nice. Lithium, which I don't know, it's different depending on what article you read. With what's happening in China, maybe we'll have a boost in lithium and rare earths, but who knows? Watch this space.
Yes, and there was the last one was SYR, Syria.
Okay, yes. Yes, this one's been on a watch list for ages as well. That's frustrating, this breakout that it had, but then it's totally pulled back, but now hitting resistance again. Maybe next time it tries to have a breakdown, it might be more successful.
Yeah, I think I'd watch this, and to me, if it broke the 30, if I was able to get in, I'd get in then and just, again, have a tight stop on it.
Yeah, or even be more, break 34, 35, get through these levels. But yes.
All right,
Totally agree. Okay, all right. Well, they're very good. I like some of those. Now, just some ones that we've been watching. Resolute Mining broke 50, and it seems to be holding. There's a nice big gap up here again. This is another gold at 66, so that one is quite fun. And you've probably all seen Min. For some reason, Mineral Resources didn't have a very good report, but everyone loved it. So that had a nice little run. You could argue high highs, high lows, and this is at the bottom. I know, Jeff, you would 100% disagree with me on that one. But I just thought I'd mention it.
Yeah, it still looks going down to me.
It looks like it's going down, yeah. But one thing that we were discussing earlier is some of these ETFs. Now, some ETFs are doing really well, some aren't. FANG is one, and there's a few that look like this. Now, this is messy, really, really messy. Now, FANG covers all of the US tech stocks, so hence why it looks crazy messy, but they seem to be regrouping and performing better. And you could almost argue that we could see a high low potentially if you put it on a weekly. The same with, you got Asia's recovering really well. This covers the Asian markets. That's recovering well. HAC is another one. Global Security looks a bit like FANG, recovering well. GXAI is artificial intelligence. Again, it's sort of doing the same thing, recovering. LPGG is global disruptor, and that's doing the same. They all look very similar, so it's probably something you could, if you want to park your money somewhere and walk away at the moment, you could look at some of these ETFs. And as Jeff did mention, banks have been doing really well, and QFN is the Australian Financial ETF, follows the banks. That does look good. Resources, this follows the Australian resources sector. That's also recovering well, which brings me to FMG. FMG is holding above $16. So it's pretty minor, tiny, high, low. For comfort's sake, you could probably wait for a break of $17. There's a little gap there, but it seems to be recovering. You'd argue a little bit. BHP's not doing too bad. I'm a bit nervous about BHP though. Doesn't look that great when you put it on a big chart. So they're just a few little insights. Any other stocks that you want to talk about?
No, not really. I'm just coasting along at the moment.
Coasting along, yeah. And look, it's a fun time. There are stocks, like the fact that you got 300 stocks in your scan is pretty good indication that things are maybe moving and
I think things
direction.
are changing and moving, yes. Again, the economy is going to dictate what happens there.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. And we'll chat again in a fortnight.
Okay, bye.